Training check-in this morning from the garage, touching briefly on 3 training stances that you absolutely must incorporate and find the time to cycle through. As Coach Simmons at Westside Barbell says, if life in your sport can put you in that position, you better train that position. So here we go. There are 3 stances we cycle through most regularly in regards to programming, particularly if you work with me personally, face-to-face, or digitally. You're gonna see 3 different stances we're gonna cycle through very, very regularly, and there's one other one we'll get to here eventually, but the 3 points of focus today are this. The first one we're gonna focus on is a jump stance. In a jump stance, my heels are directly underneath my hips. This is the stance we're in for any and all plyometrics, but also the stance we're gonna be in anytime we're doing any kind of Olympic work and or Olympic accessory work in regards to Romanian deadlifts, hang cleans, power cleans, hang snatches, power snatches, those sorts of things. And to reiterate, if you reach out to me about Olympic programming, I can do that. The problem is I'm not going to send it to you unless I can see you face to face and we can properly run through and teach all the biomechanics of Olympic weightlifting. There are no movements more complex. So the first stance again is a jump stance. Here my heels are directly underneath my hips so I can jump. It allows me to hit triple extension, triple being 1, 2, 3 joints, moving simultaneously to create as much force as I can going that way. Second stance now is gonna go from, again, jump stance to be the first one. I'm gonna widen my heels just a hair to now what we would call shoulder width. And I'm gonna hit about 15 to 30 degrees of toe flare and what we would call squat stance. The carryover here from a squat stance to the athletic world is, right now in this position, I can play linebacker, I can dribble a basketball, I can put a baseball bat in my hands, I can have a tennis racket. This is oftentimes also called the universal athletic position. So spend lots and lots and lots of time here. Again, first one again was a jump stance. Second was the squat stance. The third is gonna be a sumo stance. And the beauty of this is this. As soon as my heels extend past the width of my shoulders, the more hip dominant the movement becomes. And the last time I checked, if you are a competitive athlete or just a generally functional human being, you have to have power in your hips and strengthen all of those muscles surrounding and encapsulating the hip girdle. So now we're gonna go this ultra wide stance. Now instead of that 15 to 30 degree toe flare we had with the squat stance, now we're gonna go from a 30 to 45 degree flare as I'm working a sumo stance. And if I literally just stood in this position for a minute to 2 to 3 minutes, I would start pouring sweat and my hips will start going nuts because again, all of that surrounding musculature in my hips, down through my knees, and my low back, they are wonderfully functional positions. So cycle through jump stance, squat stance, sumo stance. Little man's calling me because I live a real life. I'm an awesome